Red Arowana, a true charm to your aquarium. One of the most beautiful and the most expensive fishes in aquarium hobby. An absolute beauty to your aquarium and to your fish room. This fish is also very much valued in Feng Shui. Found in the waters of Indonesia, it is famous for its red color, red fiery color, and dragon like appearance. But not all the red arowana achieve that red color and dragon like appearance. In this video, I will cover all the points which you need to know for achieving the true potential of your dragonfish. That red color, that fiery red color, is a combination of genetics, care, and patience. I will cover tips which will help you in achieving the true potential of your dragonfish. Welcome back to DS Lifestyle, where fish keeping meets passion. Genetics, the foundation of the red arowana. If your red arowana is not having the desired genetics, the accurate genetics for that red coloration, it will not achieve it, because genetics is the only thing which will help in achieving that phenotype. A fish with good genetics, with right care, achieves that desired red beauty, the desired appearance of a red dragon. So, the first thing is that you make sure that you get a red arowana from a reputed farm which is having good fishes, good red arowanas, and which is having knowledge of breeding arowanas. Because it's a game of line breeding, it's a game of genetics. So if your fish is having good genetics, all these tips will work on it. And if it is not having that genetics, no matter how much harder you work on the fish, it won't achieve that red color. It is also a truth that most of the arowanas, most of the red arowanas don't achieve that deep red coloration. This selection of a good fish. This point is also very important, as when you select a good fish, then only it can show you optimum results. So the first thing is that you need to search for a good batch of the fishes, like a good lot which belongs to good parents with good genetics with that desired red color. And if you are going for juvenile fish, you need to go for a fish which is between 6 to 8 inches. That is the ideal size for getting a juvenile fish. There are many points which you need to consider in selecting a good red arowana, a good juvenile of red arowana. So I have already made a video on selection of red arowanas. You can check that video for more help. But in this video, I will cover the topics in short. First of all, the swimming posture of arowana should be straight. The arowana should swim on the top of the tank. Then the pectoral fin should be long, the tail should be strong, the eyes should be clear, no cloudy appearance on the eyes, the bowel should be straight, no signs of damage, the jaws, the lower jaw should be equal to the upper jaw, no sign of protuberance of the lower jaw. Then you should also see that there is no sign of drop eye in the eyes. And then we should come to the scales. The scales should be very shiny, no signs of damage on the scale. Scale should be shiny. If you see that red rim on the outer of the scales, that is very good, because in juvenile stage no red arowana would show a full red coloration. It takes years to achieve that coloration. So if it is showing that good fiery red outer rim, then you should go for that fish. The base color should be metallic and it should have that bluish shine in it. The fin should be really red, fiery red outline on the fins. So this was all about selection of the fish. If you want to check more about the selection of the fish, you can go and see my video which I have made on selection of the fish. Now let's move on to the part of tanning. Tanning a red arowana is a very crucial part, because tanning enhances that red coloration, red pigmentation in the scales to pop out. So I would recommend a Tika LED light for tanning. There are specialized Tika LED light for red arowana tanning. You can use those light, and the time for which you tan your arowana is also very important. I would recommend you that you tan your arowana for 6 to 8 hours a day. And if you are willing to move on a higher sides, then 8 to 9 hours is the maximum. Otherwise, it would start burning the pigmentation of the cells, and your fish would also move into stress. If the fish moves into stress, it won't show the optimum coloration, and if the scales are burned, that is also a very hectic process because now the pigment cells are burned, they are dead. So, tanning for 6 to 8 hours is the optimum time. And when you are starting the tanning process, it may happen that your fish jumps out or it may get stressed. So, first to turn on the lights for 1 hour, 2 hour, and then slightly move it to 6 to 8 hours. Now, let's talk about the appropriate tank size for grooming your juvenile fish. For grooming the juvenile of 6 to 8 inches, and a tank of 3 feet is enough. It would contain optimum amount of water for swimming of the fish, and I am recommending a tank of 3 feet because in tanning process it would be easier to tan the fish as more light spectrum will fall on the fish in a tank size of 3 feet. If you go for a bigger tank, you would need more lights. So a 3 feet tank for grooming the fish is perfect. Filtration. It is also a very important part of grooming red arowana because it is very important to have the ideal water condition for the arowana to make it stress free and to make it grow healthier. So I would recommend you to have a sump filtration for your tank because that is the most optimum type of filtration which you can have, and if you don't have enough space, then you can go for canister filter. These two are the best filtration for the arowana. pH of the water should be like 7 to 7.5, not more than that, and temperature of water should be maximum 28 degrees Celsius. Do keep in mind that tanning increases the water temperature. Therefore, you should set the water heater accordingly because if you set the water heater on 28 degrees Celsius, the lighting will also heat up the water tank, the water level, and it would reach a water temperature of even 30 degrees Celsius. So, you need to keep in mind that you set the water heater to 26 to 27 degrees Celsius. For keeping the ammonia and nitrates level low in your tank, water changes are also very important. But don't do a major water change because that may lead to creating a stressful environment for your fish. I would recommend you to do a water change of 30% in 2 days. That would be perfect for your arowana when you are having a good filtration system. The ammonia and nitrate would be in the level and less cortisol will be produced in your fish. This would lead your fish to have a good growth and show its full potential. Diet plays an important role in producing that red coloration and producing the ideal body shape. You should give a high protein diet to your arowana, which is rich in carotenoids for enhancing that red coloration in your fish. You can feed a mixture of fresh food, pellets, and live food, but you should make sure that the live food and fresh food should be parasite free. For pellets, I would recommend you to feed ocean free red arowana food because that is having most of the nutrients in balanced way for your arowana. For fresh food, I would recommend you to feed prawns to your fish because that is rich in carotenoids and protein. And if you want to give live food to your fish, then you can give mealworms and superworms to your fish. But make sure that these are parasite free because if they contain any parasite in them, that would lead your arowana to grow some disease in it. So make sure that they are parasite free. And the last point, patience. Patience is the key in grooming red arowana because these are late bloomers. They will bloom in the age of like 4 to 5 years. So you should have patience in yourself to see the true beauty of your fish. Don't be in a hurry. Enjoy the grooming process of your fish and enjoy the fish keeping hobby. I hope the video proved to be useful for you all. Thanks for watching the video. Do subscribe to my channel and share the video with more fish keepers. Thanks for watching.